Hello. Okay, so today I'm going to be looking at the new kit for the new ID. So it's my okay. So looks like it's a three-pager. That's crazy. Okay. Uh, where do I start with this? Oh my God, so many skills. Okay, so I guess I'll start here, right? Uh, oh, corrected skill explanation. That's great. Okay. Let me look at yeah, we'll just start with this one real quick. Blade trail after image, take more damage for slash from slash skills, okay? Goaded. Skill and passive effects can increase min and max stack of this effect. Wait, skill and passive effects can increase min and max stack. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this. Maybe it'll make more sense later. Take more damage from Blade of House of Spiders, RYOSHU, base attack skills. Gain stack for every the House of Spiders nurse, father, ally, death. Gain unique effects based on the House of Spiders death. So new unique effects based on how many died. Makes damage. Makes sense. And then take less damage. That's good. Total sum of negative status effect inflicted by this unit can gain up to X stack per turn. Okay. Uh, I'm guessing this is going to be like pseudo charge, or maybe just charge. Well, not actual charge, but like pseudo charge. You're gonna want to get as much of this as possible. Shin, min and max speed, poise count. Ooh, poise count, that's nice. Base mode damage critical hit. Okay. This passive slop is what I'm gonna have to look at here. Uh Jeez Louise. Alright. Saikai. Okay. Awesome. Okay, that's so awesome. Upon entering encounter for the first time, gain entanglement and string severance. So just always have that, regardless of nurse fathers. Raise entanglement's min and max cap based on the number of the house. Okay, so you gain more min and max entanglement based on that. Makes sense? Spiders in the field. Transfer HP damage tank to the house. That's the lowest current HP percentage. Okay, so that's that's really funny, actually. You just transfer the damage. So she's kind of like a pseudo tank, is what I'm gonna imagine, right? Or she wants to take damage, so then she kills the nurse fathers. Uh, House of Spiders allied death. Gain entanglement. Additional effects based on which houses. So this is, yeah, dependent on, yeah, that makes sense. Index nurse father using upon using base attack skill, convert the final coin to an unbreakable coin. Okay. Don Quixote upon using base attack skills, gain poise. Like sinking. Gain defense level, inflict additional burn points using base skills. Gain somatic frisson inspiring melody. Okay, but do you count as a ring unit though? Shield. Okay, good. Gain poise count and crit damage up at every turn start. That's gonna be really good, I will imagine. So we want to kill that guy. Skill slots. If there are no identities left to substitute or return, Blade of the House of Spiders RYOSHU gains skill slots based on the number of the House of Spiders allies that are defeated. Amazing. This effect now increase skill slots from the maximum skill slot of this encounter. For certain game contents, this effect can activate regardless of the content skill slot increase restriction. Okay. And conditions are met, change battle music until turn end. Okay, cool. A lot, but it seems pretty simple. At X plus DT Starblade, activate Ren Space String Connection against a random enemy at the very end of that turn, once per encounter. After using String Connection, apply the following effects on stealth. Cannot retreat for this encounter. Okay. And then turn in. Replace a base skill with Ren Space Echo Shear. Next turn, start. Okay. Okay. This unit is considered an identity that inflicts a burn, bleed, and poise. Alright. So, yes, the poise is going to be like a pseudo-charge thing like it is with the, with Pinky Sinclair. Okay. So basically just, you gain enough of the status effect, get a free skill, and then after that get a free another skill. That I'm assuming is going to be like a skill 3. Okay. 2 more passes. Inflict Phantom Trace on a random enemy for Paralyze the Core. Inflict Phantom Trace on 1 additional random enemy for every X House of Spiders death. If an enemy that has Phantom Trace is the main target of this unit's base attack skills, use Inevitable Termination as an unopposed attack for using said base attack skill. So we're just doing a million skills is what it looks like. So basically hit an enemy with Phantom Trace to use an additional attack against them. And also Phantom Trace is probably going to increase, like, it's going to act, not like fragile, but it's going to be before your base attack skill. So I'm assuming it's going to be like something that adds like count or a good thing beforehand, and then you do your main skill. Base attack skill, Trace, convert all coins into unbreakable coins and gain final power. Gain entanglement. Okay, okay. Deal more damage on critical hit using base attack skills for every surplus poise and past X poise on self. So it's gonna be like the Pinky Apprentice. On crit using base attack skills, inflict. Okay, so you just inflict this for free, pretty much. Great Tricholasm Ryōshū's Eco Passive can be activated using attack skills targeting allies. I will have to check that passive again. I'm assuming that that's gonna be, very good synergy. And then the Master's Tutelage. Space Kill. Poise Potency. Coward. I guess you just will gain a million poise potency though, so. Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot. So we're gonna renew this in a new tab. Let's see here. So, oh my gosh. Okay. Skill 1, skill 1, 2, skill 2, skill 3, skill 2, 2, skill 3, 2, skill 3, 3. Okay. So, let's go to this one. So, String Connection is the free skill you get when you get enough of that stats effect. Slay the Heaven. When do you use that? When do you use Slay the Heavens? Oh, there's okay, wait. Okay, it's here. So let's do the defense skill first. Combat start targets 1 House Inspired ally with the lattermost deployment order. At enough string severance, target 1 additional ally. At skill end of all of the skills equipped by target this turn, or if target is staggered, or if target does not have any skills remaining to be used, use Slay the Heavens Tianxia against target as an unopposed attack. Prioritizes the Pinky Apprentice Sinclair last. That's actually really cute. Gain poise count, gain poise. Okay, so nice evade, right? Then what it's gonna do is it'll target one of them with this skill. And with enough of it, it'll target an additional ally. At skill end of all of the skills equipped by target this turn, or if target is staggered. Okay, so basically, it's just saying once that unit has used its purpose, it'll use that. So basically, it'll always use this at the very, very last, like as late as possible. So that will not trigger defense skills, deactivate allies' base factors decreasing sanity. On use, for this encounter, lose offense level and gain base power for this unit's attacks. Okay, I'm assuming that's gonna, like, stack or something. Heal SP on kill. Gain Entangled Life, which that's the, yeah, that's from the, Ego. Equal to damage dealt using this skill. Inflict that if this is a House of Spiders ally, deal X% HP damage as fixed damage. So it's probably gonna kill most of the time is what I'm gonna assume. So this is probably gonna be a big number. Let's see here. So then that's the skill to kill the ally. Inevitable termination. Okay, I'll have to look back at this because I forgot where that one comes from. Okay. If an enemy that has Phantom Trace as the main target of this unit's base attack skills, use Inevitable Termination as an unopposed attack. So we'll do this one. So this is like the skill before you use any of these other skills. No defense skills cannot be reused. Gain poise count. This is skills triggered by skill 3. Which skill 3? Wait. Oh, wait. It'll use it. Okay, I get it now. So you use your skill 3, and due to the passive, it'll use this before the skill 3. So this skill is triggered by skill 3. Apply the skill's attack weight equal to the number of enemies that have Phantom Trace and prioritize the said enemy. So all the enemies that have that, it'll target with the attack weight. So you'll be like, I want to use this. It'll use this, hit all of them. And then this probably gains attack weight and hits all of them with that too. Skill end, Phantom Trace on target expires. Okay, that makes sense. Deal more damage on critical hit. Inflict. So yeah, you inflict the things that make you do more damage. Activate burn on target. Target loses burn count. Inflict / fragility. There we go. I was assuming it was going to do something like that. Not like fragile, but / fragility makes a lot of sense. So you inflict / fragility plus blade trail after image, which makes you deal even more damage. Then you'll use the skill 3 and deal a ton of damage. Okay. So this is to kill your allies. This is to inflict / fragility and free skill. This is the one where you just build up your status enough, then you feel like, okay, I'm gonna use this. You gain poise, gain shin, remove this unit's first stagger threshold. Yes! Yeah! That's so good. So good. Both of those are really good. Inflict burn, inflict bleed, activate burn, lose burn count. And so she aura farms, gain shin, and then she goes and uses Echo Shear, which is the skill loses string severance on self base power. Okay. The skill loses by string severance on self base power, but you use coin 1 additional time. The final coin gains entanglement on self coin power. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Deal more damage for every excess attack weight. Attack and raise entanglement's min and max stack cap and resets entanglement on self to minimum stack. Attack and consume Dihi's Starblade. Okay, so you'll consume that. So okay, so you can just keep doing this like pattern here, right? Where okay, this is crazy by the way. So this will go to 0. So you want to build that up again. So what you'll do, I'm that's so absurd. Okay, so no, let me just keep going real quick. Poise count, burn, bleed, more damage, critical hit, consume all of that and deal slash damage equal to consumed. Oh my god. Coin spell damage, deal slash damage equal to entanglement. Activate burn, target the count, activate bleed, target this. Okay. Okay, that's kind of crazy. So we're not even gotten to these three yet. They're like the base kit skills. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say, so from my understanding, we can, you get your stuff built up, right? You can go, okay, I'm gonna use a skill 3. And let me see how you get the star again. Uh at X plus the so I need to see how you actually get that because uh okay, wait, replace a base skill with Echo Shear. Okay. So that'll be used the next turn. So I'm just making sure I'm reading all of this right now. There is so many words in this. I can't read. Uh okay. Let me go back down here. I'm not sure if okay. Dishi's Start Blade is total sum of blade trail after image inflicted by the suit. Okay. Okay, I get it now. Okay, so and you get a max cap. Okay. Cool. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So basically, by just playing the fight and yeah, getting crits, doing what you're supposed to do, you gain the after image. When you inflict enough of it, you'll get a free Ren space string connection, and then next turn you'll be able to use uh uh Echo Shear. Okay. Also, this right here, Phantom Trace on random enemy. Uh, so you basically just do this every turn to start. And if you so unironically, Phantom Trace is just it's just a prescript. It's the prescript's target, right? However, if you kill enough of your allies, you can get 2 prescripts. And so you get to choose. But so prescript target, right? If you use it against the prescript target, then you use the skill 2/2 as an unopposed attack. And then whatever base skill you use, you convert all into unbreakable points, gain final power, gain entanglement. Which entanglement's just gonna boost you even stronger, blah blah blah. So let's see here. I'm gonna go over these in a second. It's just like this is already crazy potential. So you you will not use this at the beginning of a turn because it's going to be by how much blade trail you use, right? Yeah. So what's going to happen is you're probably going to use skill 3. Skill 3 goes into an inevitable termination because that happens first. You use inevitable termination. You remove the Phantom Trace off of them, which will happen next, they'll gain it next turn, so it's not like you're losing out on too much, right? Uh, you inflict Blade Trail after image. So that's gonna get your Dihui star, Dihui, like, number, star blade, yeah, that right there. You'll get more of this, right? So, you'll get that. I don't know which will go first, but we'll just assume skill 3 goes first. And then it'll go into Ren Space String Connection. You gain Poison and Shin, remove Stagger Threshold, all that nice stuff. 3 skills, 1 turn. Easy, right? Next turn, from my understanding, she's just going to inflict Phantom Trace every turn and get an additional. She's going to use Inevitable Termination every turn, plus whatever other skills you use, right? So that's just kind of crazy, right? And also, you want to do probably some of these to get some of your stuff boosted, but like, yeah, okay, that's. And you'll be inflicting so much of your, like, I know that there's a cap on it, but you'll inflict so much after image, Blade Trail, that you'll probably get this 1-2 combo, like, every turn. Which is an extension of the skill 3, right? Ren Space is just 1 coin. Let me read it and see if there's a reuse on that. Okay, let's just go through this. 3 coin, 3 coin, 1 coin. Uh, gain coin power, gain final power, poise count. Poise, inflict bleed, poise, inflict burn. Oh, on crit, inflict burn. It's very, very cool. Poise, blade trail, inflict blade trail equal to entanglement. Bleed, deal slash damage equal to entanglement. So you just kill people. Poise, final power, poise, bleed, burn, bleed, burn, bleed. Just a million of every status effect. Deal slash equal to entanglement. Ren Space, final power, base power, more damage for every entanglement. Poise, attack weight for every entanglement. Deal more damage for every excess attack weight. Randomly inflict entanglement. Wait, randomly inflict entanglement on self plus X. Blade trail between targets hit by. So yeah, you just inflict a ton of blade trail. Deal more damage on critical hit. Bleed, burn, activate burn. Target loses burn. Activate bleed. Target loses bleed. So okay, nothing really unique there. It's just a bunch of damage, bunch of burn, bunch of bleed. We nuke you. Which I do like activate burn on target because uh these are really nice actually because that makes burn actually more viable, instead of the 199 damage per turn, or having to have death eye shoots on your team. Magic bullet eco, which it's still gonna be good to have, obviously, but like it's good to have more burn nukes, right? Jesus Christ, man. That feel like this is obviously gonna be better to test out and see, but like, yeah, you just get a million skills and you do a million damage and you just win at everything. You do everything at the same time. So Phantom Trace, yeah, so you'll remove Phantom Trace, right? And yeah, Entanglement, by the way, it just looks like it's charge. That's the only thing Entanglement looks like, is just you gain more charge. Uh, so Phantom Trace, the only downside of the combo I mentioned earlier is the take more damage from base attack skills is going to be gone with the after you use this, right? Phantom Trace expires. So that's the unfortunate thing, right? So Phantom Trace expires, and it's like, oh dang, they're not going to take bonus damage, right? That's where Slash Trail, Fragility, Blade Trail comes in, is what I'm imagining, right? Blade Trail, gonna make them take more damage. Um, right? Take more damage from slash skills for every stack, right? Yeah. So Blade Trail is basically slash fragility. It's just, you gotta inflict enough of it, you gain slash fragility. And then you get another additional slash fragility. I'm assuming this is going to give a guaranteed one slash fragility, right? If you have enough of both of these, then you get that. So that's basically two slash fragility in exchange for Phantom Trace, which then you'll do all of your other you'll do this and this, or you could do, instead of doing that, you do this. It literally, you could do anything, honestly. Inevitable termination just seems kind of goated. Like, it's just an additional skill every turn. It is a single coin, but like, also gain poise count. These are all gain poise count. Gain poise count, gains point count, blah 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 blah. Gain poise count, gain poise count. This one, there's no poise count gain, but it is a single coin. And I'm imagining that you're just going to be positive poise count due to the Shin, right? Every skill gains poise count. Uh, Upon using base attack skill, gain poise, potency, and poise count. So these are probably already neutral or close to neutral, right? If they're not, well, I mean, that's unfortunate, but assuming the way they handle modern poise units is they make them actually sustainable, right? So probably it's going to be very similar to Pinky Sinclair, right? Where very sustainable kit in poise, and it's like, oh crap, I might actually run out of poise. You use Phantom Step, and Phantom Step, while that's going to kill someone, increases your power even more, plus poise count, plus poise. So that's what I'm assuming. And then eventually, when you get built up enough where you gain your Shin and activate this, you're not going to have to worry about activating this again. Now, you still can to kill more of your allies, but otherwise, this is just going to be this is going to be a poise machine, plus the charge of inflicting this and gaining, oh my god, wait. Inflict this, which is going to give you, I don't want to swap screens, but yeah, you inflict Blade Trail, and Blade Trail is going to give you DT Starblade, and you gain entanglement from killing your allies and all this other stuff. This is just unironically in Corp using on a boosted by 10 million. You kill ally to I'm very okay. The thing I do like is the skill 3 is not killing allies. It is instead you have to do your defensive to kill your ally instead. Which I think that's, I'm not gonna say it is completely, but I'm gonna say I think they released Incorp Yizang as a test for this, to see like what killing your ally mechanic, right? Like, they released Incorp Yizang, they released Thordogalia, released a bunch of other stuff where killing your allies is like goated, right? Lantern Yizang. They introduced the concept of killing your allies, like having, bait units. And they also introduced the concept of having allies that uh, do the killing, right? So I'm gonna say I think those were kind of tests for this. And I think they discovered having a defensive be the thing that kills your ally is a good way to handle a unit that, like, does that. Which is, because, okay, the thing is, egos, you had, like, you do the corrosions, right? It's a choice. Uh, Incorp, you saying his skill 3 just does that, right? So, um, with enough of the stuff, right? So they made it a defensive where if you defend, it activates the skill like this, which is really good. Which it also is unfortunate for this for one reason, which is in the scenarios where it's going to be like, uh, they're starting to do fights. Well, they've been doing fights like this, but they do fights where you take a million less damage from using this defensive, right? From using a defensive skill. So in those scenarios, you might go, "Oh, well, I don't want to kill my ally," right? However, I'm gonna go ahead and say I think killing your allies with RYOSHU is a very good idea. So I don't think this will be too big of a problem, but it could be a problem in certain very niche scenarios. Otherwise, I think she's just gonna pop off and erasing me, erasing you. That's this 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 looks like a very absurd end of season ID. Or I guess capstone ID. Alrighty. I mean, wow. Just wow. Like 2, 4, 6, 8 skills. 7 of them are offensive skills. That's so crazy. Skill 3 is being 1 coin might be like, oh man, that kind of sucks, huh? But then you have 1 coin, 2 coin, 3 coin, 4 coin, and then you go the next turn. 2 coin, or wait, 1 coin, 2 coin. Like it's so crazy. You can also do 1 coin, 3 coin with the slash fragility and all this other absurd stuff. Oh my god. Okay, slash demon. That's what I've come to the conclusion of. Actual demon when it comes to slash. Uh, Unironically, really good. Paired with Rian Sing. Because Phantom Trace and all of the slash fragility that she inflicts is gonna do really well with Furioso. Because most of Furioso is gonna be slash. And the final coin of Furioso is actually gonna be a slash, guaranteed. So probably leave okay. Yes, I also let me bring this up. So you are going to be working with your House of Spiders allies, right? You're gonna want to put them on your team. I think it's really good that says laddermost deployment order. Laddermost is going to be all the units you want at the very back. The units you hate the most, right? So, you put her in the first slot, you put Rian Thing in the second slot, blah blah blah, right? You could probably put Pinky Apprentice in like the 12th slot if you really didn't want to use him. But yeah, that's gonna be like, you can leave Yi alive long enough to get Furioso and use it. And actually you might not even kill him, you know? You might just keep him alive. Because we're gonna get a lot more of the units, you know? So okay, let me look at one more thing. So you're gonna want to kill nurse fathers, is what I remember. Yeah. For every House of Spiders nurse father ally. So, and then you gain unique effects based on the House of Spiders ally death. So, you specifically want to kill the nurse fathers, but you might want to keep them alive for a little bit to get their big skills off, right? Because Callisto and Rian both, Rian, okay, Callisto's on a timer, right? So you might not get enough time to get the Callisto skill 3 off. But Rian, you could probably keep alive for long enough to get his Furioso. And the Furioso will obviously pair really well. And the Callisto will also pair really well. Who would have guessed? So also deal more damage with base attack skills. Unbreakable coins is going to be goated when you use it with Phantom Trace, which gives you oh, is it Phantom Trace? It's one of these gives you unbreakable coins. Convert all coins into unbreakable. Crazy. Crazy. So you will want to kill him. His thing is really good when you use... That's actually really funny. So, the Phantom Trace is essentially a prescript, as I said, right? So, killing Rien, who's, prescript target, gives you the power to do more damage with Unbreakables, which Phantom Trace turns your coins into Unbreakables like the prescripts. That's so sad and ironic at the same time. How he basically improves her ability to follow prescripts. Because, yeah, Phantom Trace is just random enemy. And then, inflict more of it for every ally killed. But it's like you're basically just following prescripts, like Rian. I'm... Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. I feel like that was very, very intentional. The... I mean, obviously, Rian has to do with the unbreakable coins, but, like, the fact that the essentially prescript mechanic is increased by killing Rian. I think that's neat. This is a really neat ID in so many areas. This is that's just wow. Okay, I'm gonna look at this real quick. Consume all blade trail on target and deal slash damage equal to consume. Okay, so okay. Consume all blade trail on target and deal slash damage equal to... Okay, instead of times X, it's divided by X. Okay, that makes more sense. I didn't even check that. But, so... Yeah, Echo Shear. So, I'm gonna also say you probably would want to... Actually, I just realized with if Rian gets his Furioso, he's gonna go first. Because, the stupidly absurd speed he gains. But, I'm assuming you probably would want to do it, yeah, Blade Trail after image, I'm assuming probably stays in between turns. Let me check. Yeah, it doesn't say it goes away, so it's gonna be like the fight, where it doesn't go away. So, you stack this up a lot, right? Um, and then this is built up a lot. You pop Furioso, so much damage, so much slash fragility, blah blah blah. Uh, oh, actually, the slash fragility is gonna be the next turn, but you know, still gonna take bonus damage from Ian. Stack slash fragility, blah blah blah. You pop all of these. Uh, what? Oh my gosh! You pop this. Actually, let me go back here. You pop this. Slash fragility, more damage, blade trail. You go to this. Uh, this does a ton of damage with all of the slash fragility and phantom trace and whatever, right? Um, ooh, ouch, that hurts a lot, right? You, this gets popped automatically. Poise, shin, burn, nuke. It's like, alright, next turn, what do we do? You do this again. More slash fragility. It's gonna stack with the Rien, 2 slash fragility at most, I think. And then you're gonna, gonna pop this one where, where you just nuke the enemy. Bing, bop, million slash damage. Uh, consume, and you're gonna consume all the blade trail after you use the... all of the slash fragility. Because this is just slash fragility that you had to build up. Slash defense level down. Think of it like that. Okay, so goaded enemy. Goaded enemy. Wait a minute. If she becomes this is gonna be scary in the railway. When she comes out and she's in the railway, this is gonna be so scary. We need to kill her immediately. Uh, this right here. So Ren Space Echo Shear. This is 2 coin. Use coin additional time for every string severance. So for every nurse father you kill, this gets reused. So it's like the trailer, right? I was about to stop talking about it. So this ultimately can be a 6 coin skill. It loses base power, right? But it gets an additional coin. So, um, oh my gosh. Okay, so so use coin one an additional time. So you'll gain poise count for everyone. So you're not gonna be count negative. Uh, inflict burn and bleed. So you inflict a bunch of burn. Burn and bleed times 5, right? Uh, and then the 6 coin, you're gonna activate burn and bleed and nuke with that. Please, Louise, man. This is not normal. This is not a normal ID. This is this is this is scary. I want to use this ID so bad, but I'm saving for Walt, so I need to. I don't want to wait a week for this though, because this ID seems so cracked. It's crazy. This is all crazy. Okay. Wow. Okay. That was a lot of reading. Um. Thank you all for watching. I I might gamble for this idea. I might not. We'll see when the time comes. Thank you all. I will uh come back with my next content drop whenever. uh, bye bye.